Gators. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, the Vols head coach told me before the game they are focused on really being productive in the red zone here today. And that's been a strength of theirs all season because they have the best running back potentially in school history. He is on pace to break the school single-season rushing touchdown record today. So when they get to the red zone, I expect them to feed him the ball, make sure that he can dominate at the line of scrimmage and get down in history with another rushing touchdown today. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. And the Gators headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the run, it's Bishop. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, 2 great ball running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses and some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry.
Tackled after a short gain, it'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, one of the reasons why it's hard to run against this defense is because of that guy right there. He's one of the best D tackles in the game, and he's got tremendous explosiveness, quicks. He's strong at the point of attack. He can shed blocks, and he completely ate that last run up.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Bishop. Down he goes. The Volunteers headed quickly to the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. Motion from the wideout. Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Making the adjustment on the play. Second down, gonna throw it. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be...
Has it! They will score! Touchdown, Florida! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Dotson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Running inside, it's Bishop. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up a 6. And the Vols are in the hurry-up. Right back to it. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for space. It's Bishop. Turning it on. He's past the marker. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
And the Volunteers are rolling down the field. Hands it off. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. These two, which have so much cross-pollination and legendary games in their history, first played in 1916 with the Vols blanking the Gators in Florida. Tennessee actually won the first 10 meetings, with Florida not getting a W in the series until 1954.
And there was a period of time, Reese, in this rivalry that the game not only had SEC championship implications, but national championship implications, too. You think back to the heyday of this rivalry in the late 90s. Danny Werfel going up against Peyton Manning. We played the Vols, and we had games that were won.
Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on fourth down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
The
aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Look out! Just gets rid of that one.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Fourth down and 12 is 4-down territory for this offense. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Throws for the tight end. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
Man, and that one stings, right? Like, you're a receiver, it's fourth down, understanding where the sticks are, you do everything right except for the last part, man. Just lose concentration, maybe take your eye off the football a little bit. And some drops are big, and some are bigger. And that was a big one on fourth down to drop that football when he had the first down.
On the ground, it's Bishop. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Defense in press coverage. Motion from the wide receiver. Might as well run him again. At midfield, he's got room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Vols, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Back to the ground game on the left. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They're looking for an advantage to the right. All over him immediately.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Turns it upfield. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. This quarterback part of their running game. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. You're in plus territory, no desire to give the football back. Maybe the punt doesn't even work out. They go for it, and it works out well.
So I wonder if you go tempo here, too, now that you just picked up that first down. Don't let the defense sub. A lot of these guys now have been on the field for a little while. See if you can catch them off guard here and try and take advantage of how tired they are.
On the ground, it's Bishop, able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Just feeds the running back. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. We'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Bishop. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Gives it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. The Volunteers in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. He'll pull it on the read. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, listen, we know this QB wants to take off. 4th down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Knocked down immediately. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too. Because of the field position with the offense backed up, they know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate, but they ain't having it. Lots of bodies in the box, close to the line of scrimmage, and they generate a TFL.
From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Down he goes.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this 3rd down. Looking for the edge. The pitch. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime.
Really good job by this offense, understanding where the sticks are. It's 3rd down and short. The QB makes the pitch, good, accurate pitch, and then he does the rest. Gets north-south and gets the 1st down.
There he goes. Flies to the ground, picks up the 1st down, and avoids the hit.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But
and he's got room. The 50. The 40. And he's out of bounds after a terrific run and a nice pickup.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella, the tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
Hits inside. It's Pryor. There's some room. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19 into the red zone. It'll be first down. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down.
Here we go. Ready, go.
In the red area, it's Pryor. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gators! Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Straight ahead, it's Bishop. Oh, he's got some space. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Finds a crease, it's Baker.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the ball's moving quickly to the line. Looking for running room. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Got some green grass. Maybe some room here. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Volunteers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Quick give, it's Baker. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes a stop. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's third down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the fourth down.
He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 14 team, the USC Trojans.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense.
And it's the Hurricanes, who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
This team is now red hot. 3 consecutive victories and one of the most convincing offensive showings we've seen in a long time. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you can tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's stopping. He's got enough to move the chain.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Out wide right, it's Pryor. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Sends it back in motion. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the third down, and they get the first down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a third down stop.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gets the back moving. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Neutral zone infraction will push the ball up 5 yards. That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Handoff for Ball. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Tight end now in motion. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Swarmed under, 5-yard loss on the play.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to them because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with his speed.
On the option. He'll pitch it. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Gator! Great job by the back on the option. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is he lets one fly deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Volunteers! Rolled his way into the end zone. They'll line up to go for two. He's looking to throw. And the sticky fingers allow them to grab the two-point conversion.
And it's more common to throw for the two-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot, you can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice two-point conversion.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Great place to start for this offense. The run inside. It's Ball. Across the 25. And he's stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. The Gators are threatening in the red zone. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll give it to Ball. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
And the Gators have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Driven back. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Touchdown, Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So here is the Tennessee offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Vols want to pick up the tempo.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Upstairs to make the catch. You want to talk about changing field position. The huge play takes it down to the 37. The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Wide receiver going in motion. From the red zone, looking for a man. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You've got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up.
Makes the catch, and he's free. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. They'll take the penalty and move them back. And a lapse in concentration will back them up 5, but still a 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Looking to throw again. Touchdown Vols! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Looking to throw. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Breaks into the open. The 20. Hits him with a stiff arm. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap and you've got a touchdown on the board. Coming out with it, it's Dodson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The corners are walked up tight. Motion from the wideout. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
As a defender, you always want the interception, you want the big play, but I love it when guys go, and you can tell, they're trying to back the football down. They see it in the air, they know they can't catch it, know they can't make a play, but they make sure the receiver can as well. Nice play.
Second down, gonna throw it. And he gets rid of it.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down, you've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on third down, man, don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a screen to get some yardage to get a first down.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man downfield. Running wide open down the gut of the field. A huge play there, and he has him set up and in business at the 30.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Drops back on first down. Throwing right. Makes the grab. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's first and goal. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Motion from the wide receiver. He wants to throw it. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Fitted in the window for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Looking to throw. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Got the first down at the 45 on his way. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it.